Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khair. How's everyone?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Sister Umayma?
بخير الحمد لله. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. So we'll, yeah, go ahead.
Brother Abid, I lost just 4 or 5 days ago before the lesson of Inna and its sisters. I've lost those documents you sent me.
Oh,
I wasn't able to download them. I was only able to look them through WhatsApp, but because I had to delete and reinstall WhatsApp again, I lost that document. I was wondering if you could send it back to me.
No worries, inshallah I'll send you again.
Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, after the class, just send me a quick text message, because I'm pretty sure that I'll forget by the end of the day.
Awesome.
So if you send me a note, I'll make sure that I'll give you the information.
Jazakallah
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's give a few minutes to people to join and see how many people can join today. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. How are you, Myra?
Alhamdulillah. Salam.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, inshallah, we'll start. Nahmuduhu wa nusalli ala rasulil kareem. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Once again, with the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are here listening and getting to know further education, inshallah. Brother Aitha Sham, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Welcome to the class. Are you able to hear?
Yes, brother. Walaikum assalam. Yes, alhamdulillah, I can
Very good.
hear loud and clear, inshallah.
Yeah, so once I get into the session, it will be hard for me to answer the chats. So if you want to say something, either raise your hand or just say it.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam rahmatullah. Who is this little student of mine?
My name is Aliyah.
Oh, mashallah, Aliyah. Welcome to the class. Mashallah. Okay, a quick review from last time, or before I say that, how many people were able to review on their own? Did anybody get a chance to review? Can't hear you.
Yes.
I didn't review it.
Oh, you didn't review it. Okay. Do we still remember what we studied?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so before I get into it, today is the continuation of where we left off. So just to refresh your memory, we are learning a verb. Verb in Arabic means fi'l, like this. And when we are learning the fi'l, we know that 90% of the Arabic verbs are made of 3 root letters. Okay. So in a verb, it's a name of an action, but we have a reference to time. And we also need to know the doer of the action, right? The doer, another word I'm going to introduce today, which you should make friend, is called fa'il. Fa'il, okay? So fa'il in Arabic is the doer of the action. So if somebody is eating, who is eating? That person who's eating is our doer of eating. And that person is known as the fa'il, okay? So when we discuss the verb and we discuss reference to the time, we have 2 verbs, 2 kind of verbs. Fi'l madi, the past tense, and it is also known as perfect tense. And the reason it's known as perfect tense because we are sure that the action which was started is complete. Okay. Whereas in English or Urdu or other languages for future, we have 2 more tenses. One is present for the present and future for the future sense. But in Arabic, those 2 are combined into one fi'l mudari. Just give me a quick second, please. Sorry, I'm back. Okay. So far, are you good with me? Are you understand what's going on? Does anybody have any question up to this point? No questions?
No.
Okay. So the another name for fi'l mudari is imperfect tense. And the reason being is the action is not complete yet. Okay. Because if I'm eating in the present, the action is still happening. If I say I'm going to eat, then that action has not even started yet. So we are not sure about the completion of the action. So it's known as imperfect tense. Okay. Then we looked at in Arabic language, we by default a fi'l madi is in third person, is male singular. So, and there are the word which is the template, or you can call it the pattern, which is based on Arabic language, based on fa'ala. We studied fa'ala, and this pattern help us make other verbs. So as you can notice, fa'ala has 3 root letters: fa, the ain, and the lam. Okay, so we will call it the fa letter, the ain letter, and the lam letter. Okay, so we need to know the position. The position is fa comes first, ain in the middle, and then lam in the end. Okay, so what is by default? A verb is always in past tense, third person, and it's masculine and it's singular. So fa'ala mean he did. Now we know in the previous session that the English or the Arabic for he is huwa. We don't see huwa in fa'ala. but we know, we learned last time that it is hidden in here. So we assume the huwa is there and the translation becomes he did. And when something is hidden or not visible, then we call it mustatar. What do we call it? Mustatar. Okay, good job. Another important point to note that in Arabic, we call them harakas. Last time we called them Arab. We can also call them Arab, but the proper word will be harakas. Because Arab is a different, it has more involved definition than haraka. Haraka means these can, any letter or any harf or noun, they can have a dhamma, they can have a fatha, they can have a kasra. So we learned about this fa'ala, that the fa letter and the lam letter, they do not change their haraka. Okay, so they always stay fa'ala. However, the middle letter, ain, it can have these three possibilities. So it could be fa'ula with the dhamma, fa'ala with the fatha, or fa'ila with the kasra. So keep that in mind. The reason I'm repeating this, as we progress, you will be required to know these things. And this will confuse you. And you need to make this concept very clear from the very beginning. Then it will become easy for you. Okay. So the last thing we did in the last session, that as I said, we need to know the doer of the action. So that means we need to know the pronouns, which tells us who did the job. And for that, we use the detached pronouns. And in the previous session, we have gone over it so many times. So we know that for the wahid, which is singular, musanna, which is dual, and jama, which is plural, we have the male and then the female, and it's a third person. Okay, so we know that huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Anybody has any concern about that? I'm sure this is pretty understood by now.
Yes.
Okay, so why did we wrote this letter or these pronouns again? Because when I am going to give you a verb, for example, I have written it again so that you understand what I'm going with it. So the root letters for fa'ala is fa, ain, and lam. So if I have to make the chart for fa'ala and to tell you who the actor or who the doer is, then I'm going to say fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu. And the zamir which is given here is huwa and is hidden. So it's mustatar. But the huma, we only took the alif. For the hum, we take the waw and alif. And these things comes toward the end of the verb. When something comes toward the end of the verb, they're known as suffix. What are they known as?
Suffix.
Okay. So when we did the same thing, so the translation is he did, both of them did, all of them did, or they did. Fa'alta or fa'alat, this is fa'alat because there is a sukoon on the ta, and the zamir here is, the understood zamir is hiya. Fa'alta huma, fa'alna hunna. Okay, making sense? Because today our whole exercise, the thing we're going to do is this. So the next thing I'm going to give you, you have to tell me all this. So it's better if you clarify this right now. So then we go to the second person. We know the you, fa'alta mean you did. Fa'altuma, both of you did. Fa'altum, you all did. So there is anta, antuma, antum. For the female, fa'alti, fa'altuma, fa'altunna, which has anti, antuma, antunna in it. And for the first person, fa'altu, fa'alna, ana, nahnu. Okay. All right. So if I tell you that my root letters are za, ha, and ba. Okay, how are we going to write this down?
ذهب.
Zahaba. Making sense? Right? Where is the fa letter? Which one is the fa letter?
Can't see the
Za.
screen.
You can't see the screen? Sister Afi, you cannot see my page?
Yeah, your paper is off.
My paper
The
is
camera.
off. Oh, I can see my screen. Is anybody else having the same problem?
No.
No, we can see.
Yeah.
You know what? You can also, with your fingers, move your screen a little bit left and right to adjust
Oh,
it.
got it. Okay.
Got it?
No, yes, it's even better now.
Okay. So I need some room to write, and there is a box right next to me, which you don't see. That's why I need some room. Okay, so the English translation will be Zahaba mean went. So we're going to say he went. What is the meaning of Zahaba?
Went.
He went. So now our job is that you tell me how we are going to make the same table for this. So I need third person. I need male.
Zahaba.
Zahaba is very easy because I already gave it to you. Zahaba.
Then Zahaba with alif.
ذهب.
Like that.
And then Zahabu.
Zahabu.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Zahaba, he went. Zahaba, they both went. Zahabu, they all went. Okay. So now I need somebody else to help me with the female. What will be the female of this? Do you want me to pick a name? Let me see who is there.
Zahabi.
Hang on. Okay.
Zahabata.
Sister Umema, do you want to give it a try?
No.
Okay. Is
Zahab.
yeah, go ahead.
Zahabi.
No, no, no.
Huh.
Okay. See, this is why it's very important to know this. Hang on. Okay. Here. You see that? Fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu. Now we just have to substitute this with zahaba. Okay. Zahaba, zahaba, zahabu. You see that what's happening here?
Yeah.
Can you see the thing? So the next for the female will be fa'alat,
Zahabat.
zahabat, zahabat. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then what will be the next one?
Zahabata.
Zahabata, right? Zahabata. So that is what I'm trying to get. And then the next one is
Zahalna.
Zahabna.
Zahabna. Zahabna.
Got it?
Yes.
So that is what our job is, that we are supposed to take a verb, and now I am telling you who the actor is. Zahaba, he went. Zahaba, they both went male. Zahabu, they all went male. Zahabat, she went. Zahabata, they went both female. Zahabna, they all went all female. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay, so first we're going to do this by looking at it. But our job is to learn it so goodly that when I give you a verb, you should be able to make this with in your mind. Okay, so this is the third person. So second person is male and then female. So what will be the male for second person?
فعلت ذهبت ذهبت.
Right? How do we know that? Fa'alta, zahabta. You see that? Do you guys see the fa'alta here? Fa'alta, zahabta. And then
ذهبتما
zahabtuma,
ذهبتم.
zahabtum. MashaAllah. Okay, so for the female,
ذهبتي
zahabti.
ذهبتي ذهبتما.
Zahabtuma is the
ذهبتنا.
same. Zahab,
تنا.
get it? Okay, so for the first person, zahabtu,
ذهبتو ذهبنا.
fa'altu. Watch this. First person is fa'altu, fa'alna. It will be
ذهبت ذهبت
zahabtu,
ذهبنا.
ذهبنا.
zahabna. Okay. So now let's take a look again. Let's do the translation. Brother Kabir, do the first line, please.
he went,
He went.
they too went,
They two went.
they all went.
They all went. MashaAllah. Sister Afi, let's do the second line.
She went.
She went.
Two females went.
Okay, you will say they went.
They
Two
they
female. And you understand that is they. Translation is they, but you know the number is two. Okay, Zahabna.
they all went.
Okay, Sister Madiha. Second person, Zahabta.
They
No, second person. Second person is Anta. You know?
went.
Huh?
He went.
You went, because he is the third person.
First person.
Zahabta is you went. Somebody in front of you.
Yeah.
Zahabta,
You went.
you went one male. Okay,
Yes.
Zahabtuma,
Zahabtuma, you both went.
you both went. Very good. Zahabtum,
All of you went.
all of you went, male. Sister Umema, this one, Zahabti, Zahabti, you went, but she.
You went.
But you know that the girl went. Like when you say you went, you're talking to somebody in front of you, but that is a female. So you say Zahabti, you went, female.
You went.
Zahabtuma,
They went.
you went, you both went. You
Both
two girls went. Zahabtunna,
You, they all went.
you all went. The you is for second person, right? You, they is for third person. Third person is right here. They, and the second person is you. You, because in English, for everything you have you. Okay. Who else is there? Umar, first person.
Hello?
Umar, are you there?
Yes, Salam.
Walaikum salam. So first person. Zahabtu. What is first person? I went. And Zahabna?
We went.
We went. And if there is two, they will also say we went. But we would know by the number that either two or more, right? So this is what, so let's do one more. Okay. And hopefully this time, all of you will be on the same page. So the root letters are Fa, Ta, Ha. These are the root letters. Okay. So if I have to make Wahid and then Musanna. Now, do you see why it's important to write it down?
Yes.
Because it really helps you how to get this, going. Okay, male and then female, third person. Now, first one is very easy. Who can give me the first one?
Fataha.
Fataha, right? Everybody with me? Fataha mean open, to open. So what is the translation of Fataha?
He opened.
He opened.
He opened. Okay, then Fataha,
Fataha.
Fataha, they two opened. Fatahu.
Ooh.
What is the meaning of Fatahu?
They all opened.
They all open. Okay. Who can tell me the female one?
Fatahat.
Fatahat. So remember there is a sakina here. Fatahat. Fatahat. Okay. And look at how I'm putting the harakas. Then what will be? Fataha.
Fataha. Fatahata.
Fatahata, right? And
Fatahan. Fatahan.
no. And then
Fatahanna.
Fatah.
Hanna.
No, Fatahan.
Oh, no. Okay.
Fatahan, right? You got it? Okay, now the second person, male and female. So who is gonna give me the second person male?
Fatahata.
Fatahta, very good job. And then what is the second dual?
Fatahtuma.
Tahatuma.
Fatahtuma, okay.
Fatatum.
Fathatum. Okay, got it?
Got it.
What is Fatah for the female? Fatahti, right? Fatahti. Fatahtuma, same. And this one, who can give me this one?
Fatahunna. Fatahunna.
Fatahunna. Get it?
Fatahan.
No, Fatahan was this. This is Fatahunna.
Are you sure?
No?
I thought third person had the Shadda and the second person was Sakit.
No.
Go ahead.
Take a look. See? Fa'alna. Hunna is there, but when we make it a verb, then it's fa'alna. And
Okay, I'm confusing with the Hunna then. Okay.
yes, so fa'altunna.
But it.
Fatahtunna. I think it's going to be Fatahtunna. Okay. Then what about the first person?
No idea.
Fatah.
Tahatu.
Fatahtu. Okay.
Fatahna.
Fatahna.
Easy.
Okay. So this is how you deal with verbs. Okay. So inshallah, I think this exercise should give you the feeling that it is easy, but we must practice and we must master it by writing it down. We must master it by writing it down. So if you don't write it down, then yes, you will get it, but it will be hard. Okay. So let's look at some stuff here. I'm going to go over this chapter with you. Let me share it, my new share. Okay. You guys can see this? Can you guys see my page?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I forgot where I was. Okay. I have to find it. How come I went so far? Interesting. I lost my chapter. Just bear with me for a sec. Subhanallah, I think I totally lost it. Okay, finally I found it. Okay. So here, I'm gonna switch over to my camera for one more time, and then I'll show you one more concept, and then we'll come to the, okay. Can you guys see my camera now?
Yes.
Okay. So when we were dealing with nouns, right? We said there is a rafa, there is a nasab, and there is jar, right? So for example, if I say hamidun, hamidan, hamidin. Get that? Hamidun, hamidan, hamidin. Hamid here is in the status of rafa. And we talked about it. We said when a noun is in rafa, it is the subject. What is it? Subject. Another name for subject is doer. And what is the Arabic name for doer?
Fine.
Okay. And when a noun is in nasab, it is the object.
Okay.
Okay. And then in Arabic we say maf'ul. Something happened to this. Okay. So give you an example. If I say in Arabic or in English, I said Hamid hit Zayd. Okay. If you have to tell me in English, who's the subject here?
Hamid.
Hamid. And hitting is daraba.
Daraba.
Okay.
Verb.
That's the verb. Okay. And who is getting hit?
Zaid.
So he's the object. Correct? If I write something like this, Zayd hit Hamid. What happened now?
Change. The subject and the object has changed.
Object has changed. So in English, the position which plays a role in how the subject and subject is identified. Okay. If I want to write this in Arabic, I can write it like this. I can say Hamidun Daraba
Zaidan.
Zaidan. Okay. That's one way to write this. But in verbal sentences, remember we said a jumla can be of two types, jumla ismiya and jumla fe'liya. So now we are talking about jumla fe'liya. But if with the jumla fe'liya, it should not start with a noun. It should start with a verb. Okay. So I can say the same sentence like this. I can say daraba
Hamidun Zaidan.
Hamidun
Zaidan.
Zaidan. Now, who is the subject here?
Hamid.
Hamid. Is everybody else there? I would need your participation in this. So, daraba mean somebody hit. Who? In this case, if the Hamid is present, then you don't have to think about huwa. You basically know that Hamid is the one who hitting. And look at the harakas, Hamidun Zaidan. Then we know that Hamid is subject and Zaid is object. Making sense? The same sentence can be written like this, if I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong. Daraba Zaidan Hamidun.
Also, you can switch.
I can switch because Arabic is not restricted by the position. You see what happened? Well, everybody's so quiet. I don't know where they went.
I can hear.
If you're okay. Umar, did you understand this concept?
Yes.
Okay. So the exercise we're about to do, we need to focus on what are we doing. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay.
So just a question. So the haraka and everything remains the same. It's just the position of the words that interchange, basically.
Okay. In English, the position was the one which was telling me who's the subject and who's the object.
Yes.
So English position is very important because as soon as I change the position, Zaid becomes the subject and Hamid becomes the object. Within Arabic, I did all three variations. I did Hamid first, and I put the verb in the middle, and then the object at the end. Hamid is the file, subject, object, and the verb. So it kind of resembles this sentence. Okay, but I could have written the same thing: Daraba Hamidun Zaidan. As long as I know that the haraka tells me who the file and maf'ul is, the sentence translation will still be the same, that Hamid hit Zaid. And Daraba Zaidan, Hamidun, still the same translation, Hamid hit Zaid. Making sense?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, good job. So let's go ahead and come on, let me get out of here. Okay, new share. Okay, so is everybody can see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Hamidun Zahaba. Okay, so here look at the explanation. If we are just looking at Zahaba, we know that it's a fail plus there is a Zamir Mustatar. What is Zamir?
Hidden.
Hidden. No, Mustatar is hidden. Zamir is a pronoun.
Pronoun.
So we know that it's Huwa. Huwa is here in Zahaba. Then that is why that it means he went. And Huwa is what? The fa'il. Okay. Then we can write the same thing like this. Zahaba is fail. Hamidun. In this case, is the file hidden or present? Is the file hidden?
It's present.
It's present. Then who's the file here?
Hamidun.
Hamidun.
Okay. If we change it to Fatima, Fatima tu Zahabat. We just did this exercise. Hamidun Zahaba. Hamid went. Zahaba Hamidun. Hamid went. Same thing. But the change is this starting with a noun and this is starting with the verb. So this is not Jumla Felia. It's Jumla Ismiya. Right? Because it's starting with a noun. Here, Zahaba Hamidun is a Jumla Felia because it's starting with the verb. Fatima tu Zahabat. Why did we say Zahabat?
Female.
Female.
Third person.
We said Zahaba, Zahaba, Zahabu, Zahabat, Zahabata, and then Zahabna. You get that? Remember that table I told you? You have to bring it in your memory. Okay. Zahaba is fail. Ta is the alamat sanis, meaning the alamat of feminine, ta marbuta, or here is the ta, and is zamir mustatar. We know that is here. Which zamir is mustatar here? Here. For the male, it was huwa, and for the female, it was here. And here, Fatima is, or here is the file. And when the Fatima is present, Zahabat Fatima tu, we know that Fatima is the file. Okay. When we come to the second person, we say Anta Zahabata or Anta Zahabta. You went. So Zahaba is again fail. Alamat ta here for the file for you. And Anti Zahabti. You see that? Zahabati or Zahabti. So then we're just trying to tell you the same thing I have explained to you a minute ago on the piece of paper, that you need to find the file of the verb. Okay, so let's look at some examples. Okay.
So I have a question.
Yes, sir.
If you go up again, Hamidun is a Rafa state. That is. But
Yeah.
Fatimatun, I know that you explained somewhere, but I don't know exactly right now.
Okay.
Fatimatu, we are not putting double dhamma or two.
Yes, because it's a partly flexible noun, and it is called verb munsarif, and it is a name of an Arabic lady, so it's always going to be Fatima too. So remember, in non-partly flexible nouns, they go Fatima tu, Fatimata, Fatimata. So Rafa is Fatima tu instead of Fatimatun. Okay, that is why it is Fatima tu. But I'm glad that you asked that question. That's good. Okay. So there are two kind of verbs. One of them are known as transitive, and one of them is known as intransitive. In Arabic, the transitive is known as fi'l lazim, and the intransitive verb is fi'l mutaaddi. So the easiest way to remember that is this, that sometime when the action is happening, you must know the subject. You must know the doer. So any sentences or any fi'l which requires a file to be present is known as fi'l lazim. For example is Laiba Zaidun. Zaid is playing or Zaid played, right? We know who played. We know that Zaid was playing. So this is a fi'l lazim, that the fi'l or the file is known. But sometime you cannot have a verb without the object as well, maf'ul. Somebody sending me. Okay, that's fine, brother Yatisham. Okay. All right. So do you guys understand the fi'l lazim, what fi'l lazim is?
No.
Okay. You know, Sister Afi, I said that in order to know a verb, or when there is a verb, you must know who is the doer, right?
Yeah.
And the doer in Arabic is known as fa'il, right? So any verb which requires the file, which we know that most of them do, then those kind of verbs are known as fi'l lazim. In English, they're known as transitive. But then there are some verbs, they require not only a file, they also need to know the object, which is the maf'ul, right? For example, in the next sentence, Sa'ada Zaidun Sadiqahu, meaning Zaid helped his friend. Okay? Or Sadiqahu is a female. Brother Louis, are you there?
Yes, with you, brother.
Okay, Sadiqahu is his friend or?
His friend.
His friend.
Yes,
So here, his friend mean that we know the file is Zaid, Sa'ada is the verb, but he helps somebody. So that is the person who's the maf'ul, who's the object now. So in any verb which requires that you must tell them the file and the maf'ul, then they are known as fi'l mutaddi. You get that now?
Okay.
But like if we just leave the Sadiqahu out, Sa'ada Zaidun, like Zaid helped.
Yeah, but it's not complete sentence. It
It's
doesn't
same
give
thing as number one, Laiba Zaidun, like who did he play with? So how that is complete and this is not complete?
Yeah, Brother Louis, can you help out?
I think when you say La'iba Zaidun, it makes sense that Zaid was playing. It doesn't matter what is he playing with, or what was he playing, like with a subject, like with an object, or with a person. But when you say Zaidun helped, immediately you're gonna question who helped, helped who. So you know, it gives you a complete information, so you don't have even to ask a question about what is the next or what is the object. But that's not the case with Sa'ada Zaidun.
Right. So it basically automatically prompts in mind that, oh, Zaid helped, so who did he help? So this kind of verb require additional information in the form of a maf'ul. But inshallah, we are learning some concept here, and as we move forward, we will get to know more things. So Jazakallah khair, Brother Louis.
Well, yeah, I hope that was helpful. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, it was really helpful. Jazakallah. So, brother, now we're gonna go exercise number 1. I'll explain to you what the exercise is asking for, and then we are going to use our knowledge we have learned in making these sentences. So, first thing they're saying that we need to replace Hamid with Aisha. So these sentences here, starting from 1, wherever you see word Hamid, you need to change it to Aisha. Okay, and the example is not only that, you have to make like 5 sentences with 1 with Aisha, 1 with Ana, 1 with Anta, and 1 with Anti. I'll give you the example. Hamidun kharaja min al fasli. Hamid came out of the class. The translation is Hamidun kharaja min al fasli. Hamid came out from the class. So if I have to replace Hamid with Fatima, I'm going to say Fatima tu kharajat min al fasli. You know why is kharajat?
Female.
Kharaja was
Male.
third person singular. What is the third person singular for female?
Kharajat.
Kharajat. So we're going to say Fatima tu kharajat min al fasli. So Fatima came out from the class. If I have to say the same thing instead of Fatima, I want to say you came out of the class. So I'm going to say Anta kharajta min al fasli. Because I am replacing Hamid with Anta, and then I am going to replace Hamid with Anti. Right? You see, the question says you have to use Anta and Anti and Ana. So you're going to say Anta kharajta min al fasli, because when you are saying Anta is what? Male or female?
Male.
Male. So you're going to say Anta kharajta. But if you have to say Anti, then what will be the verb?
Kharajti.
Kharajti min al fasli. You came out of the class or from the class. And if I say I came out, I'm going to say Ana kharajtu min al fasli. Making sense? Okay. So remember the chart I did with Zahaba and Fataha? Why did I do that? Because I wanted to show you those 14 variations of how you tell me who did the job or who is doing the action. So these are the examples. They are sample example. Now the question is Hamidun ghasala manadilahu. Now you're going to ask me, what is this? Ghasala mean he washed or he gave shower. Let's say if we say ghasal or ghusl. Manadila is a handkerchief.
Yeah.
Yes, Brother Louis?
Correct. Yes, brother.
Okay. So we are saying Hamid washed his handkerchief. I want to say the same thing with Aisha in the sentence. So I'm going to say Aisha tu ghasalat manadiluha. Why did I say manadiluha?
Female.
Female, because this who here is the attached pronoun. When it was male, it was who, but when it become female, then it become ha. You have to now recall your pronouns of the attached form. Okay, so Aisha washed her handkerchief. So now you have to say Anta. How are you going to say Anta? Anta
Ghasalta.
Ghasalta manadiluk.
Manadiluk.
Yeah, manadiluka. Right? Why do we say manadiluka?
Because it is
second person.
masculine.
Okay, now say the same thing. Anti
Ghasalti.
Laki.
Laki.
Laki. So, and if I say I, Ana ghasaltu.
Manadili.
Manadili. Mashallah. So you see, what are we trying to do here? Okay, let me see why everybody is so quiet. I'm going to unmute everyone, guys. Okay, so brother Fawad, are you there now? Mashallah, brother Fawad is there. Okay, brother Fawad, you want to answer one of my questions? It looks like You know, brother Fawad is, mashallah, a new father. So he's very busy with the baby. So I know.
No, yeah, I'm available now. Yeah.
Is she sleeping already or no?
Yeah, she's trying to sleep. Yeah.
She's trying to sleep. Okay, then we will not bother her.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, brother Fawad, were you able to follow us, or you were busy?
Yeah, no, I'm following. Yeah.
Okay. So let's do the number one. Hamidun nazala minal kitari.
Yeah.
So Hamid came out, or what is nazala? Nazala came down, right?
Came down.
Came down from the line. Kitar is
From the
what?
line, yeah.
Kitar is line, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So brother Fawad, you need to change Hamid to Aisha.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Aishatu nazalat min al-qitar.
Mashallah. Is it correct, brother Louis? Yeah, let's take a look. So here we can see this one. Aishatu nazalat min al-kitari. Good job. Okay, Umar, use the same sentence with anta.
نزلتها.
Anta nazalta min al-qitar.
Anta nazalta min al-kitar. Jazakallah, brother Javed. Okay, Umar, do it with anti. Umar, are you there? Mr. Umema, you want to try it?
Anti nazalti min
Kitar, min al-kitar. That's very good, mashallah. Very good job, mashallah. Very good job. Okay, who's gonna do ana? Ana nazaltu min al-kitar. Mashallah. Good job. So you're getting the hang of it. Okay, let's do number 3. Let me see who else is there. Okay. Sister Noshin is here now. Sister Noshin, did you just join us or?
Yes, I have just joined, so I'm in the middle. I cannot answer right now.
Okay, no worries. Okay, I heard my brother Kashif. So Kashif, you want to do number 3?
Hamidun dakhalta fil bayt.
Hamidun dakhalta fil bayt. Okay. No, Hamidun to already hai. You need to change it with Aisha. Aisha tu dakhalat fil bayti. Okay. All right.
Brother Abid,
yes.
Can we also say Aisha dakhalat fi baytiha?
Yes, you can say that. Okay. In her house, you can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So Hamidun dakhala fil bayti. Now who's going to do with the anta? Anta.
Anta dakhala fil bayti. Bayti.
Anta dakhalta fil bayti.
Dakhalta, anti dakhalti.
Anta dakhalta fil bayti.
Very good job. Now do the same thing with anti.
Anti dakhalti fil bayti.
Anti dakhalti fil bayti. Very good job. Do it with ana.
Ana
dakhaltu. Remember, this is a very funny rule, but remember, when it's you say dakhalta. When it's I, dakhaltu. Tu is मैं.
Okay.
उर्दू में बोलते हैं तू. तू का मतलब मैं.
Okay.
अरबी में तू is मैं. dakhalta, you entered. Dakhaltu, I entered. Okay. Okay. Hamidun shakara rabbuhu ta'ala. Aisha. Sister Afi, give it a try.
Aisha too.
Yeah.
شكرت
Shakarat. Rabba.
ربها
Rabbaha. Ta'ala. Ta'ala will not change, right? Okay. Then do it with the anta.
أنت شكرت
Anta, shakarta,
ربك
rabbuka.
تعالى.
Very good job. And anti?
أنت شكرتي ربك تعالى.
MashaAllah. And ana?
أنا شكرت ربي تعالى.
Very good job, MashaAllah. Okay. Are you guys getting the hang of this? Okay, who's going to do number 5? Who can translate number 5 for me?
Hamid played with
Hamid
his
played with
friend.
his friend.
Hamid played with his friend.
Her girlfriend.
No, not girlfriend. His friend.
What is Sadiqihi? Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
You can let her play with her girlfriend, but that is not. He's playing with his
No,
friend.
I was confused with the he in the end. Sorry.
If it was Sadiqaha,
Sadiqaha, then it will be.
no, it can't be Sadiqaha, right? Because he's a he. So Sadiqihi. So yes, Sadiqihi is friend. So we don't know if that friend is male or female. So anyhow, so can you do that with the Aisha? Aisha too. No, laibat.
لعبت
Ma'a
مع
Sadiqiha.
I'm getting confused. Okay.
Okay, it was Madina. Let's clear that right now. Because see, what's happening with you is that, remember that the table I showed you with the 14 the
Yes,
cells?
I have the table in front of
You
me.
need to practice that. So
Yeah.
when you go female, is laibat, fa'alat. You know fa'alat? Then you're replacing the fa'alat with laibat, right?
Yes.
And ma'a, so when is laibat female, then sadiqihi becomes sadiqaha or sadiqiha, right? Because the maf'ul will also go to female gender, right? Okay, who's gonna try to do it with anta?
Anta la'ibta ma
أنت لعبت مع
Sadiqa.
صديقك
Sadiqa.
Sadiqika, yes, with the ka, because
Sadiqika.
your friend, right? You played with your friend. Hamid played with, or you played with your friend. Very good job. Anti? Who's going to do Anti? Umar, give it a try.
Anti laibat ma Sadiqaha.
Laibti. Laibti ma'a sadiqiki.
Sadiqihi or Sadiqiha?
No, ha to third person ho gaya na. Yahan pe second person hai, Anti.
Oh, Anti.
Yeah, so you have to key.
صديقك
Sadiqiki. Okay. So Alhamdulillah, these are there are a lot of exercises here, and the answers are right here. As you can see, the answers are right here. So on your own time, and I'm sure we have a lot of time these days, or at least better than before. So no excuse. Please try to do these exercises. Okay. Now number 3, we say Salim traveled. Who's going to do the translation in Arabic?
Salim.
سفر سليم.
MashaAllah. Safara Salim. MashaAllah. Very good. Right? Safara Salim. Okay. So inshallah, now the time is almost up. I don't want to start this exercise. You guys go ahead and please look at it, read the material, this chapter, and I did not get a chance to put it in the Google Drive yet. So allow me time till tomorrow morning, inshallah. I will make this happen, and then you guys can go to the Google Drive. And please, I request you, we are spending quality time and very valuable time on this. So in order to retain, the best investment from this is to practice and lock it down. Instead of, staying in the middle and not very sure about the subject, it will come back and still bother you a lot. So try to get the basic concept done and then move forward. So you have time till inshallah Tuesday, because next week could be our last week of classes, because Ramadan inshallah will start from the 23rd to the 24th.
Abid, why are we stopping in Ramadan? Why can't we just continue? Because this time nobody's going to Taraweeh, to the masjid. We can open our fast and again sit down. So continue. What do you think?
Even even the Sheikh was saying that when he comes to Ramadan, the best thing to do is focus all your time on the Quran, right? So even Sahabas, they used to cut down the halakas of knowledge in Ramadan, because they used to individually focus on spending a lot of time on Quran, because Quran is the Ramadan is the month of Quran. Fasting is like a additional part, but the main thing about Ramadan is the month of Quran.
Okay,
so
great.
If we cut down these halakas, because obviously we will be fasting all day, and even though we don't have the Taraweeh, but inshallah individually we would like to pray 20 rakah or 8 rakah, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us on our own, right? And try to catch up and try to do as much as possible. So I mean, I don't mind doing it, but it will be really tough, because our sisters will be so busy with all the preparation of making food for everybody, and then they won't have the energy to come and attend the class. So I think it's beneficial that we take a break and then we come back after Ramadan. What do you say?
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So, but in the meantime, what you could do, or other people can do, if you have the time, please repeat this material and make it perfect, so that when we join again after Ramadan, you mashallah on top of everything, and you already are, mashallah. I'm very impressed, mashallah.
So after this question, Abid bhai, after Ramadan, will we be revising what we have already done, then proceed forward, or we're just gonna proceed forward?
Okay, what we can do, we can always do a little review. I can give maybe a couple of classes of review, so that everybody gets their memory juggled, and then we can take it further, because we are going to be stopping at the verb, right? Verb has a lot of things to cover. So maybe we'll have another couple of sessions, so we go fi'l mudare. Maybe we'll go up to fi'l mudare. Yes, so we will do some review when we come back, but then we'll continue with fi'l mudare, inshallah. Okay. Now, just out of context here, as I just mentioned, that the Ramadan is the month of Quran. So people, my recommendation is I'm doing something on my own, and I only advise when I do something myself first, and then I advise or I recommend, is that if we are lacking in tajweed, okay, maybe this is the good time to catch up on that. And I think I have shared a link with you recently, where the tajweed lessons are provided by a very good sheikh online, and they are very small, like 10-15 minutes lectures. And I am on lecture number, alhamdulillah, number 10, and I realize that very easy to follow, and we already know a lot of information. It's just that we are not aware of it. So if you want to refresh or review your tajweed, inshallah, this will be a good practice for Ramadan, inshallah. What do you say?
Inshallah.
Have you seen the link yet, or should I send you again?
Send it again, because it's a lot of.
Okay, inshallah, I'll send it again. Jazakallah khair. Have a good night, and please keep me in your duas. And very, very grateful to you guys for coming out and always making this happen, because I can't do it alone. So Jazakallah khair for the effort.
Jazakumullah khair.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.